Hi, I'm Sam from Interpol, and I'm in Genville.
When did you first get interested in cooking?
I was 5, and I put a plastic bowl on a gas stove range, and I tried to recook potato chips. Much to my mother's dismay, you know. And I actually, back then, I started, like, a little older than 5. I started to make, I was able to make my own breakfast.
Oh.
You know, I could make bacon and eggs, you know, scramble some eggs, or macaroni and cheese, you know, just really simple stuff, but I was a single-digit age.
So did your mom teach you to cook?
Just being around her, like, it was kind of like, you know, it was a big Italian family, so everybody was always cooking, so it was between my mother and my grandmother and my aunt.
Your ultimate comfort food when you think back to those days of like where you were really cared for by your mother and your aunt, and like what
my grandmother's pizza.
Oh really? That's the thing that sticks in your mind is
you know.
Was she born here or
Sicily?
In Sicily?
Yeah. So her pizza was just incredible, and I took it for granted back then until she passed away, and every family member tried to make it.
Just can't get it just right.
There's no way.
And my grandmother took some key recipes with her too.
Yeah. Well, it was those pans. She made square pizza, and it was really thin, and it was in these old pans that she didn't wash. Heat.
Yeah.
You just rinse them off, you know.
And they get seasoned over years.
And they get seasoned. Yeah, exactly. And that had a lot to do with it.
Have you tried to make it?
I've succeeded in making totally homemade pizza. Nothing like hers.
Yeah.
Close, but I mean, I'm not an old Sicilian woman, so it doesn't.
So what is your specialty?
Well,
okay, so like someone special's coming over, you want to really impress them.
Okay. Usually just keep it basic. Usually extravagant, but basic.
Okay.
Like homemade fettuccine from scratch. Some semolina flour, little egg, little water, little olive oil.
Do you have the hand crank thing, or do you slice the noodles?
Well, my mother slices the noodles.
Yeah.
She's crazy.
Yeah.
I crank it up.
Yeah. But no motors.
No motors.
No motors. Okay,
no,
that's good.
No motors.
I have the hand crank.
Yes.
So you feel like you earn your pasta when you do that.
Yeah. And people freak out. You made it? Like made it?
You boiled it? No, I made it.
No, I made it. So with just like very, very simple, pomodoro. Just very simple tomato sauce.
Nice.
Very simple. That's the key. I live there now, yeah.
And 2 restaurant tips?
Two restaurant tips?
What's your favorite? What are your 2 restaurants that you miss in Brooklyn?
Okay. Broadway Diner.
Broadway Diner, is
that?
What's that like? Is that like?
It's It's pretty.
Like, it sounds lo-fi.
It sounds lo-fi, but it's like super hi-fi.
Oh, really?
The chef there, she's fucking brilliant, and she can turn like, you know, the most tried and true thing into something brand new that you just never had before. Next is another diner called Relish.
Good.
A totally different fare too.
Uh-huh.
Totally different, and just as good. One of the best Italian meals I've ever had was homemade ravioli in Spain, in Andalusia, on my honeymoon. So the whole thing was great. So that was great.
Right.
Even feeding each other. Yeah.
Of course.
But yeah, it's very simple, you know, homemade ravioli, and totally made the proper way, which is like half moon shape. I don't know where the square comes from, but all the old school Italians make they look like
the
pierogies.
square probably comes from mechanization.
Right.
Like
From the press,
like,
yes.
Yeah, like making them like a lot at a time.
Right.
Sam, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
This is really enjoyable.
Yes.
The
Probably
show
the best
already.
interview I've ever done.
How
No
come?
band name, no why do you dress nice? Do you guys really like Joy Division?
Right.
Okay, no, what about Echo and the Bunnymen? None of that. It's all about food.